Welcome to the Speed Zone Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to our post-race Speed Zone podcast after the Hillbilly Motorsports 140 at Phoenix. This race has been presented by all our fantastic sponsors here at the Highline Diecast Collectibles Speed Cup Series. Big shout out to Highline Diecast Collectibles, Ken, over on Facebook on whatnot. Just picking up one of my grails from him tomorrow, actually, so that'll be a pretty fun day. But always appreciate what he does, keeping us rolling, helping us out here, getting us rocking and rolling. Also shout out to Beer Street Journal, Ryan Newman and Associates, Game Glass, Bow Ties, and Twisted Steel Steak Appeal. With that, we'll pop into the race here. This is Ethan Amberg, your host, driver the number 14, Highline Diecast Collectibles, Go Sim Racing Mustang.
We got Stan Hausman, the driver of the number 39 Highline Diecast Collectibles Toyota Camry.
And this is Tim Branson, the 92 Chevrolet and Raceway Motorsports.
All right, gentlemen. Appreciate you taking the time to be on today. This will probably be a little bit of an abbreviated one. It's late and that was a long, tiring race, I think, for pretty much everybody. But we'll jump into here on the events. It was definitely an eventful race. That's for darn sure. I guess I'll start off with mine since I was back and forth a little bit. I started up and forth. Nothing too crazy the first run of the race. I just wanted to save some tires and hopefully climb my way back through the field if we got a long run. And clearly I didn't save tires because I went from 4th to 14th. I was losing the positions thinking I was just going slower and saving tires, and clearly I was not because I fell back and did not get any more positions. Got some yellows to brunch the field back up, missed a couple accidents, and got back up in the top 5, and in all honesty, kind of just rode around there to the end of the race. Had some really close racing with Jason and Philip again. Always fun racing really hard with those guys. Ended up bringing it home 5th, sideways across the line, and then head out in the inside wall. Another eventful finish, but glad to bring it home in the top 5 and walk away with the points lead. How was your race, Tim?
Well, it actually was going pretty good at the beginning till we went to the green flag stops, and I kind of put myself in a huge hole. Came down pit road, and I had anticipated an earlier caution, so my tires weren't checked. So I came in, and they're fueling my car, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? Nobody's changing tires, so I clicked that, got it going. And as I'm leaving pit road, I guess 48 mile an hour is too fast in a 45 zone, so I got a black flag, immediately went right back down to pit road again. Had a 40-second hold, ended up going 5 laps down, and just kind of rode around and tried to avoid everything. You know, just kind of staying out of everybody's way because I wasn't going to make up any spots because I was on a lap by myself. So, you know, just kind of cruised around till the end, and then whenever you guys came around me, I got a little bit irritated because I was able to run with you. So, kind of made me wonder where I would have finished. But, you know, all in all, no incidents, no accidents, no nothing. You know, it's the first time this season. So you know, we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Go ahead, Stan.
Yeah, was pretty happy with qualified 20th, and literally don't want to sound like I had a defeatist attitude, but I was like, all right, if we could just finish 20th, I'll be happy, because start of the season hasn't gone the way that it's that we had hoped so far. Wrecked out at Daytona, had a computer bug at Atlanta, so didn't finish those 2 races. Finished Coda on pit road, and finished today on pit road technically, but you know, it just kind of ran a restart. I was just running behind Martin, taking care of tires. Like tires did, you know, I was there was a lot of shifting going on. I was hearing people go all the way down to 3rd gear and things along those lines. I really wasn't. I was going down into 4th a little bit and 5th, but just wanted to keep everything under me. I had a good, clean green flag pit stop. You know, I got myself up into the teens. Was able to avoid, you know, that 20 lap stretch from 65 to 85, where I think we had 5 of the 7 cautions for the day, and you know, was just running in 15th, and then with 6 laps to go, 5 or 6 laps to go, without any warning going into 1, it didn't steer, and I went up and hit the wall, and I guess my right front blew. it did. Crew chief didn't tell me, but no warning that need to take care of the tires or anything along those lines. It just was. It was done. Got the meatball flag. Had to serve the meatball before the race ended, and it was just a meatball for the tires. So I took 2 tires. I waited until 2 laps to go, so that way when I came down pit road, I'd get my 2 tires and I would get going again, and that way it wouldn't be. I wouldn't have to like have an out lap that people could pass me. So it just ended up in 24th. With only a 2X, like 2 incidents from when that tire blew. Just kind of I enjoyed the day all the way up until that point. A lot of good racing. Occasionally guys were bouncing off of each other, especially in one. Cars were washing up, but everyone was for the most part able to keep control of it and kind of take care of each other. So, I know there was drama at the end of the race, but good win for Justin. Justin Maiello won. He's one of our veterans. Now we can say that because he's been around for at least 2 seasons. With his other gig, it's been hard for him to get practice in. But good to see him out there today, and congratulations to him on the win.
Yeah, congrats to Justin on the win.
Absolutely.
Feel for Cosman with some of the events that transpired at the end there. He dominated the end of that race, so definitely feel for him there. Congrats on the good run he was having.
Yeah, it's unfortunate what happened, but I mean, you gotta be there in order to capitalize on something like that. So Justin ran a good race.
And dominating the race today was not exactly a good thing. Jordan Fisher, he dominated the first half, led 51 laps, and ended up finishing the race on the hook. Cosman, Jordan started first, Cosman started second, so maybe it was a front row jinx. Cosman leads 64 laps and gets taken out there at the end, which is unfortunate, but 15 cars finished on the lead lap. We had 37 out here at Phoenix, so good turnout. At the end, yeah, 35 cars were running at the end, so
that's what, over 35 cars on the entry sheet for all 4 races this season so far?
Yeah,
so far so good. We're on pace to break our average number from last year, so which was, I didn't think we were going to be able to beat it after the year we had there. So, but it's good to see Josiah get back in the groove of things. Austin Thompson finished out the top 3. I don't know if this was his first race, or I know this is his first season with us, but it's either his first or second race with us. So getting a top 3, a podium is pretty cool. Jason Garcias is back. He's long-term speed tenured veteran, former champion. So good to see him that he was able to make it back out. And our own Ethan Enberg sliding into 5th. So, but interesting day. Like Martin finished 10th. Martin was struggling all day long. He was back there with me around
Martin had a whole
20th.
extra pit stop versus the field, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did. Jake Niparis, also a speed rookie, finished 9th. Let's see here.
I don't think we can.
Colton
Hocevar
Hocevar finished 6th.
Top 6. Huge.
Colton Hocevar, he rode the Dente today.
Yeah.
But it was a good race for him. A great race for him. He actually started just behind me, so he figured out how to balance speed and his tires, which is huge. Yeah. That I was behind him. There was a couple of times I saw contact. So the fact that there was no 0x does not mean he did not have contact today. I had a front row seat for some of that. Yeah, but it's good seeing guys like that up there. Tough day for guys like Munatzi. Munatzi usually has speed at a place like this. I think he got off sync on the tire and fuel strategy, which there definitely was. Something to be said for that. Some guys were undercutting. I'm trying to figure out who was one of the first ones to pit.
Justin.
Uh,
Well, was the first
Justin,
one
yeah.
to pit. He was
Yeah,
on
Justin was the first
car on
one.
the alternate strategy.
Yep. So he was on the undercut. So we had Justin was on the undercut. Jason was running long. He finished fourth, and the two guys who dominated the race were kind of the middle strategy, and that didn't pan out, unfortunately, for them.
They were in position
So-
for it to pan out. They definitely put themselves in the right
Yeah.
spot, but didn't play out.
Were you on the long or short strategy, Ethan?
I
or
was
were you
right in the
middle
middle.
of-
I didn't run long, but I probably pit like 15 laps after Justin did.
Oh, okay.
I think I ran it to lap like 50, like mid 50s, 54, 55. Some people are running it the full 50 or 63, 64 laps.
Yeah, I ran almost to 70, or no, I think I was at 50 whenever I pitted, and then I took tires again later.
Yeah, I didn't want to take the chance of short pitting it too much and trying to undercut everybody in case a yellow came out. I didn't want to get stuck 2 laps down, but I did want to try to undercut a couple of the cars in front of me, so I just split the strategy down the middle.
Good call. It worked.
Worked out okay.
It's
The
kind
timing
of
of the
funny.
yellow.
Everybody's strategy kind of worked.
Yeah, in the end,
One
there were
way
enough
or
yellows that everybody who was on alternate strategies kind of came back together in the end. Philip had the freshest tires in the field for that last run and blitzed his way through the field, but then they fell off like bricks falling off a skyscraper at the end of the run.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the
Whenever they went, they went.
Yeah, and there was a couple of times where I know mine got overheated, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna back up the corner way back for 2 laps and see if I get grip back, and I did, thank God. But when they fell off, they fell off. So
Well, it makes me feel like I was driving like a wuss because I never went under 65% on my right front. But, I was just cruising.
They're all of
I-
that. You got through it clean.
Yeah.
no, and it's good to see that tires matter again.
Mhm.
We took the iRacing guys' advice for moving the race days into the afternoon as opposed to running them at night. And as soon we ran Coda, obviously Coda was going to be in the afternoon anyway, but we saw tire wear there. We saw tire wear again back at Atlanta. And obviously we had tire wear today. We had people blowing tires and getting meatballs there in the last 10 to 15 laps. So it'll be interesting, especially, going to Vegas again, another place, a little bit higher speed. So not to get ahead of ourselves, we got plenty to still talk about today, but
we had a night race at Vegas last year, and there was still a lot of tire wear later in the run. So
Yeah.
day race is going to be interesting.
What else we got on here?
well, first oval or first non-pack track.
First four
Yeah,
corner, short, normal-ish.
Yeah, it's the
I'm glad Phoenix is over. I hate that track.
That's the
I
fir-
don't know why.
first track of the year where lap traffic came back into play. I mean, obviously lap traffic was in play at Coda, but you're a little bit tighter quarters here.
And no
Yes.
defined driving lines either.
Yeah, it was basically
I mean-
the Stevie Wonder approach.
Yeah.
So there's something that we'll talk about in next week's pre-race is, got to be more aware of where the guys are around you. Got to be more aware of who you're racing. It just, if you're 1 lap down and you're in a pack of cars, like you're in a pack of cars that has 3 cars that are 1 lap down and 4 cars that are on the lead lap. I get it. You're trying to stay for the lucky dog. But I've done this, I don't know how many times. You get more than 2 or 3 laps down, you find a spot where it's comfortable and you just run your race and try to figure out how to game plan getting laps back, whether it's through waiver rounds, through strategy, and you can, and definitely can happen at that point. But guys just got to get back in the habit of using their heads again. So
It's just racing etiquette. That's it.
and we'll
We'll
get
I'm always working forward towards it. We always see improvement as we get further into the season.
definitely.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to, the points are tight, so everybody's trying to do everything they can. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, if the guy that you're racing with, racing next to, if you guys aren't on the same lap and he's faster, let him go. fall in behind him. See what he's doing. Maybe you can learn something.
Yeah, if we really want to
Yeah.
look at some of the bigger positives from tonight, we had 2 longer green flag runs. We had a full set of clean
yeah.
green flag pit stops. That was impressive. Phil did a good job. Everybody should be happy about those
Yeah.
runs. You did a good job.
Yeah,
No, that was good.
Yeah.
the second run would have been a green flag pit stop for everybody. I don't think.
I was only 2 laps to the good.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would have pushed it that far if it wasn't for the end of the race right there. People would have come in and try to make up some time and some, or at least take 2 tires and a splash of fuel or something along those lines. But yeah, because I think I ran. We had those 2 quick yellows, and I think I ran 72 laps and then pit with 2 to go. So it was a long time that we had some green flag runs.
It's fun though. You kind of find a spot to run, you get in a groove, and the race just kind of goes. I like it.
I was just happy that the glare on the backstretch going into 3 wasn't an issue today. Like it got a little bright, but man, last season it was brutal in the last race. So I'm glad we could handle that.
Last season I ended up after that race, I ended up turning the brightness down on my computer because of that. So I race a little darker than everybody else.
Put the
We've
race
heard
in
that
the
about
right
you.
mode.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
All the attributes of a day race just at night.
There you go. Yeah, it's still hot. You're still sliding.
Yeah, make it 110, make it midnight.
Let's see here. Fastest lap of the day. Any guesses? Not what time it was, but who turned it?
It's probably early in the race because the track conditions.
I'm gonna guess it's Cosman.
It's either Cosman or Jordan early in the race, like first 10 laps probably.
Yeah. So it was Cosman, lap 2. Next was Phillip and Jordan tying with the exact same time, obviously for a tie, on lap 7 and 8. The fastest guy at the end of the race was Justin. His fastest lap came at lap 88.
Oh, wow.
And Munazi's fastest lap, which was about 0.3 off of the fastest lap of the day, came at 1:32. So yeah, looking through fast lap at it for everybody, it was definitely the lots of single digits. Holy moly, lots of single digits. I would say at least half of the fastest laps everyone's turn ended up being in the first 10 laps.
Yeah, I think mine was lap 9, but I was just kind of trying to stay out of everybody's way even then. So.
Definitely.
Well, I think we're gonna start stepping away from Phoenix here. There's always things to improve on, but we had some good runs, and I think overall during those runs everybody was having quite a bit of fun. So we'll move on from that. We'll start looking forward towards Vegas. Anybody here excited for Vegas? Cookie cutter oval?
I'm ready for the bracket challenge to start.
That's gonna be fun. Highline Diecast Collectibles bracket challenge.
I was gonna say, describe that for everybody.
So it's basically going to be the top 32 in points are going to go head to head. So whoever's first in points right now, who just so happens to be Ethan Amberg, is going to have to take on 32nd in points, Jason Gracias, in the first race.
I expected.
Good luck.
And whoever finishes the best moves on to the next round. So, and it's second versus 31st, third versus 30th, and it goes down the rest of the way. So until we get to Bristol, and it's 1-on-1 for house cash for Highline Diecast Collectibles. So looking forward to that. It ought to be interesting to see how it turns out. We've got some interesting tracks. We're running. We started Vegas, but Martinsville's in there, Pocono's in there, Bristol's in there, Darlington's in there. So it's
a brutal stretch.
Yeah, but you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, they're good tracks. I enjoy them.
So it's right now we're talking to the number 1 seed, Ethan. Tim, you're the 24th seed, and I'm the 30th seed. I'm not doing good this year. So
who you got the first round?
Ronnie Norman.
Oh, that's a good call. That's good between the two of you.
Tim, try to figure out who you got. Your seed would be number 8. It's going to be you versus Joey Barrett, if I'm counting correctly. It's either you and Joey Barrett or you and Munatsi Major.
That'll be interesting because Joey's a charger and I'm a saver. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, and there was some wrecks in at Vegas, so I don't think this is going to be the very easy. If I remember correctly, the Phantom Twitch coming out of turn 4. I don't know how many cars end up taking the shortcut through the grass. All of a sudden, the car just steps out for whatever reason. It'll be interesting. And we've got a full update next week. So the update happens on Tuesday. So that means, I don't know if it's going to be a wholesale change to the car. I don't really think that's going to happen. But
I hope
you never know.
Don't do anything with the drafting package. This thing drafts just perfectly.
I agree.
It's not like the ARCA car where nobody can get away from each other. You can actually get away. But if you're relatively close in speed, you can pull right up to a guy. So I hope they don't touch that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree.
But I do hope we have tire degradation there on that track.
Oh, we will.
Because you're gonna have comers and goers all day long.
If I remember correctly, the rears feel it pretty.
It was the
left rear, wasn't it?
I thought it was left front and right rear.
That might have been.
It was one of those odd skewed where.
Yeah. And the other thing about it is the way that this car bottoms. Like, this car is very sensitive to any time you bottom. And Vegas, you get a little high. It's a little bumpy. You upset the car, especially you do something, you upset the car and you're coming off a 4. It's going to be something to watch. I think it ought to be a real fun race. I'm trying to pull up our stats.
Have green flag stops, so definitely be prepared for green flag stops. I think every Vegas race we've done that I've been here for, we've had at least one green flag stop and some strategy involved.
And we've always got guys that are either speeding or they're getting out of shape coming on pit road or miss pit road altogether. So we'll see what happens.
Well, Tim, you are the old wise men when it comes to Las Vegas. You have 5 starts, and Mark has 5 starts. So you two have started the most at Vegas in the Speed Cup Series.
And I've sucked at every one of them.
No, your average finish is 16th, 16.6.
Yeah.
So
it's not bad. I mean, it's like I said, I just drive around it, just exercising patience. Let the race come to me.
That's all you could do. That's all you can do.
Don't force anything.
Let's see how many who's all won. Drew Eisenman ran 1-1. Jason Garcias 1-1. Sorry, Ethan. Surprise to nobody. Ryan Shelton 1-1. Robert Anderson 1-1. And the last time we were here, Jesse Gordon was your race winner. Let's see here. Best average finish. Again, no surprise. It's going to go to Jason Garcias. If you've ran 3 or more races, his average finish is 8.8, which isn't bad. Isn't bad at all. But
I'm in trouble. Oh no.
Ethan, your average finish is 11.7. So it's it ought to be interesting. How would I finishing better than you here? My average finish is 11.
2 starts, and I got wrecked out of one of them.
Technically, you have 3. Let's see here. Who really? But yeah, Vegas should be fun. I think the way that the bracket will set up, it'll be fun to watch. See how everybody does.
Yeah, I got my work cut out for me with Jason. It sounds like.
Yes, you do.
I usually run pretty well at Vegas. I led 20 or 30 laps here last season, and I got caught up on a wreck in the front stretch after I got on an off strategy that didn't work.
That's gonna be interesting. Oh well.
Yeah, just don't take any unnecessary chances. You'll be all right.
I'm not good at that, Tim.
I know. That's why I told you.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm usually not like that, but this season I've been having fun being a little bit more aggressive where I can be. It's usually in the last corner of the last lap, and then I lose my 0x, and then I'm sad.
That is completely opposite of what I just said.
I'm still listening to you. I'm just saying what I've been doing. It probably isn't the right thing to do. I never said it was the right thing to do. I said it was a thing I did.
Yeah, wait a minute. Which direction were you pointed whenever we were done tonight?
Backwards.
To the left, I believe.
Actually, Ford logo buried in the inside wall.
Yeah, I saw that coming. I just had to lay into the brakes, and I just rolled across the start-finish line. It was funny. Like, no. I'm saving my 0X.
Yeah, smart.
Well, another interesting matchup. Jordan Fisher's right now 5th in points, but he's matched up with the best of the rest winner from last season, Matt Montembeau. So that's interesting. That's an interesting matchup there. But yeah, should be fun. Tune in and find out.
If Matt finishes that race, he'll be right there with him.
Yeah, he's usually got speed, and he usually is pretty clean. So
Yeah. So interesting.
It'll be fun. This bracket challenge is going to be different. It was interesting in the Cup Series. Which one of us is going to be Ty Dillon and come from out of nowhere and make it to the Final Four?
Dude, that would be awesome.
I
can actually see Stan doing that.
it ain't gonna be me.
Depends who you
No,
get matched up against.
I think it might be Martin. Martin just had a bad start to the season. He's 22nd in points.
Yeah.
So
Who's he got this week?
you're gonna make me do math, aren't you?
Martin
So
is going to be an absolute crapshoot in the middle there. That's going to be an interesting one.
Exactly.
again, if my math is right, it's Martin versus Josiah, which actually
That's
would
gonna
be
pretty
a
good.
That's gonna be a good match. That's pay-per-view quality.
yeah. There's gonna be some fun matchups here.
Me versus
I'll definitely have to
Jason,
get
Martin
the.
versus Josiah. That's going to be good.
I'm gonna have to get the sheet over to Nolan so he can do some studying. I'll probably do that tonight. So he can have it. But yeah, I'm just amped up from the race. So I typically will turn on the race, and if I start feeling like I'm falling asleep, I'll wait and watch the rest of it the next day. But knowing me, I'll probably watch the whole race tonight. So
Yeah, me too.
I am going to sleep when this is over.
Well, hell, I'm only at 9 o'clock right now, so I'll be
Oh,
up for a
man.
little while longer.
Stan
I got
and
a
almost
few
at
more
midnight.
hours.
yeah, we're pushing midnight. All right, so who y'all got? So for next week, who you gonna watch?
I'm probably gonna watch the whole field from behind, but let's see.
If Jesse races, Jesse is very quick there, as shown by his win.
Yes, he
last
is.
season.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
we've got a lot of good guys up front though.
Grant's gonna be good.
Grant will be good.
I think Philip Scott's gonna break through.
I could see that.
He finished second to Jesse.
Or does Malello go back to back?
True. He had a top 10 last time
Yeah.
we were there. If you were wondering who was the top 5 last time we were in Vegas, it was Jesse Gordon, Philip Scott second, Cosman Hayanoshu third, Stephen Kirby fourth, Manazzi Major fifth, Ronnie Norman sixth, Zach Hinson seventh, Garrett Austin eighth, Justin Mayello ninth, and Steven Gibson 10th. So, yeah, I think all but 2 of those guys are back for this season. So,
Yeah, you probably got a good possibility of Cosman gonna try to get some redemption from this race. And he's probably gonna go out there and try to dominate that race.
Oh yeah, Cosmo's gonna be on fire. He was quick there last year. He and I
Yeah.
were up front with Jesse for most of that race.
I don't remember what happened toward the end of it. Sorry, that because I almost thought there was a yellow as they were, or it should have been a yellow as they were coming to the line. But I don't remember right off the top of my head.
There was a lot of chaos like mid to end of that race. The beginning we had a green flag stop, but then everybody was off strategy because of the timing of a yellow, and it got interesting.
well, where we were when we went to Las Vegas last year, not 2025B, but 2025A, Shelton won, Gracia second, Mayello third. So
Consistent there too.
Justin could go back to back.
Yeah.
We didn't have it took us a while to get a back-to-back winner last season with Cosman, and then once Cosman did it, he couldn't stop. So
Hey, the season before that, it didn't take very long.
The only way that I see Justin doesn't win that race next week is because he doesn't want to go to the back of the field for the following race.
Darlington, that wouldn't be fun, but it's not the worst case scenario.
No,
that could be a lot worse.
you just better have your foot ready to break in a hurry. Crash happens in front of you. Because it can, Darlington, that can happen anywhere. Any front of the field, back of the field, midfield, anywhere.
As long as it's not Martinsville.
We make no promises.
Yeah. Martinsville's going to be a roll of the dice if you can finish the race.
That's also true.
Yeah, I will.
But no, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
We'll keep on rolling, keep having fun.
That's all we can do at the end of the day. That's all we can do.
You know
But-
it.
All right. Well, I think it's I think we're winding out. I think the green flag runs must have taken it out of us today because we don't have all that much energy. This might be the shortest podcast for us. But
We're starting to hit that adrenaline dump.
yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Ethan will be asleep in 10 minutes. So
Oh yeah, 100%. Easy. We want to go over cup picks at all, or we want to call it after talking about us?
I mean, Tyler Reddick's gonna win. So why are we talking? Like
Tyler
he's
Reddick's
gonna win.
every race this year. 36
Yeah.
0.
yeah, there's
Gotta win
there's something going on there because amazingly they win their lawsuit now. 2311 is on top of the board.
Extra 10 horsepower. Not on the straights at Coda. He was gone.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was just gone on the straightaways. Do they do the? Are they given a set of rear gears, or can they choose their own? Any idea?
I think Gears
They can
is theirs.
pick that. Yeah, that brake by.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
that's what it
Go
seemed
ahead,
like. Is he had a lower gear that he could just launch off the corners.
You know, and
And by the time it ran out, he's at the end of the straightaway already. So
Maybe.
hard
I guess we have
Hard to
ask
dive bomb.
2311.
I mean, but you look at Gibbs has been doing well. So the transmission broke. Chase Briscoe, he was running second. I think he would probably be a good pick as well for Phoenix.
I'm gonna go before Toyota loses.
Yeah, no, that's
Toyota's going to lose this week
Who's gonna get it?
because Ryan Blaney.
Heck yeah, I'm in. Or the obligatory
always
Joey
runs
Logano
good there.
boring win.
Yeah, now Blaney always runs good there, and he's been running good all year. He's just been getting tied up in other people's messes. So he's my pick for this week.
That mustache has to be in victory lane once before he shaves it.
Oh, he's not allowed to shave it. His wife loves it.
Amazing. Perfect.
It was her idea from what I've read.
Awesome. Good for him.
Yeah. No, I think the story was whenever he had the full beard, he came out with a goatee, and she was like, that's not so good. Then he did a Fu Manchu mustache. Yeah, that wasn't so hot. And he left the mustache. She goes, I like that. So
Yeah,
he does complain about it getting in his food though, and in his mouth.
that's fair.
So we'll see how long he has it. But
one thing. So when we had the kids, or when we had Leighton, I had a full beard, just absolutely as thick as can be, and I swear I stayed thicker longer because stuff just got caught in it, and like eating and breathing, obviously. But it's like, especially when you're around little kids and they're like basically petri dishes. So
Yep.
I don't know. As soon as I started trimming my beard back, all of a sudden I started feeling a heck of a lot better. But I was hoping I'm looking at the entry list right now. I was hoping Corey Haim was going to be one of the races for him because he's really good at Phoenix. But alas, he is not. Pasta, Anthony Alfredo
Alfredo.
in the 48.
Man, I feel for Bowman.
I do too.
I don't know how quickly he'll be able to recover from that, because vertigo isn't really something you just up and recover from.
No,
No.
I've suffered with that for a while after a wreck that I had whenever I used to race motocross, and it sucks. I mean, if you're not holding on to something, if you're standing up, you're gonna hit the floor. So, but they can fix it. It's not an incurable deal. Just takes a little doctor's direction to be able to work
Time
it
and
out.
direction. Yeah, hopefully
So,
he gets
he'll
back
be-
in the
he'll be
car when
back.
he's ready. Yeah.
So, Stan, who do you got for this week?
I don't know. I was, like I said, I was looking at the entry list. I think Chase Briscoe. I think it's gonna be another Toyota. I think he's just looked too good. Gibbs has had speed, as in Gibbs Racing. So yeah, I'll go with him.
I got my pick locked and loaded.
Who you got?
I'm also on the Toyota tree, and I think Denny Hamlin.
Yeah,
He always
he
runs
only
well.
dominated the last race.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad pick.
Not at all.
No.
Well, with that, I think we're gonna start winding things down here after a fun but long, tiring race at Phoenix. Now we'll move on to Vegas next week here. Thank you everybody for listening in. Thank you again to all the sponsors and for everybody over at Green Flag TV, Nolan and Brad doing the broadcast tonight. I always appreciate you guys making us sound more interesting than we are, keeping everybody entertained. Can't wait to do it again next week. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody.
Viva Las Vegas!
See ya.